Good afternoon. I hope you're having a great day. It is Tuesday afternoon here on the ranch, and we got our first load of beef back from a new processor that I'm trying in Sheridan, Wyoming. Some of it's staying here, some of it is going to customers. I have kind of shifted things. Website is still up and running and active, and I'm still shipping meat orders, but I have been doing more halves of beef available to local customers. So I've got 3 halves that are going out to customers today. They're all going to be arriving soon and picking up. And then 2.5 beef are going in my freezers, minus a bunch of smokehouse products like roast beef and snack sticks and a few other things that are new that we haven't had before. So I am excited to get those back. They'll be back in like the next week or so. But I'm gonna get all this sorted, get my customer stuff situated so they have everything organized when they come to pick up, and then we'll open a few boxes and check out what the new product looks like from this new processor. Unfortunately, we don't know which ones are ground beef because it doesn't say on the boxes, so it doesn't. Well, no, because I'm on multiple sheets. My stuff is on. We tried to figure that out and we couldn't. We're just gonna have to open some boxes and then move them again. Because we like to do that. Okay, so this is kind of my first look at the product from the new processor. So custom label, this is a T-bone. Doesn't this look beautiful? The vacuum packaging looks really good. And here is a bone-in ribeye. So some of the stuff, like we obviously do a first in, first out inventory system. So we've got product from processing still earlier this year that I'm still working through the inventory on here in the farm store and online. So things like ribeyes I am sold out of. So you will start to see this new inventory and some of this new packaging pop up online where we're still working through older inventory and some of the other stuff. But you can order on the website, ourwyominglife.com. Tenderloins. I love the black packaging too. Like this just makes it look so nice. What's this one? Flat iron steak. This is a new cut, right? We don't have flat iron. Yeah, they had some new cuts of stuff that I haven't had before. And like I was saying earlier, like roast beef and stuff. So flat irons. I think we did some like chuck steaks. Cube steaks are gonna come back in stock. Oh, roast beef. It's frozen. Sliced, frozen. I'm just looking at the stuff. It's got the ingredients on it. Look at that, guys. We have roast beef now. I'm super excited. I feel like I should probably, we should probably take some of this in the house and I should try this. Do you guys want roast beef sandwiches for dinner? Or lunch? Because we haven't had, none of us have had lunch yet, and it's 2:30. So we're gonna get to work putting this away. It is not super hot out right now. It is like 57 degrees. That's kind of why we went today, why Jeff went to Sheridan today to pick this up, so we weren't fighting 90-degree weather, but we still need to get it in the freezer, so we're gonna get to work unpacking this, and there'll be more stuff to come. Good morning. It is Thursday morning, and it is time to bring the cows home for branding. So Jeff is behind me on the four-wheeler. We are headed down to get the cows. They are in the heifer pasture, which is like the first summer pasture. Jeff's gonna close gates. I don't want the cows in the triangle pasture. I'm trying to save that grass for later in the summer. So we're getting gates set. I can see them. So we are setting gates. We're gonna meet down in the heifer pasture, find the cows, and move them home. Between between the home pasture and the heifer pasture where they're at now, there is hay fields, and so they are going to move through the cut across. In the fall, like after haying and stuff, I can bring them home through the hay fields, although they really like any other alfalfa that regrows and stuff. But obviously we haven't hayed yet, and so can't push them through the hay fields. I would never get them off of the hay fields. That would be just such a disaster. So the quickest route is through the hay field, but that's not where we can go. So we got to go through the cut across, and the cut across allows me to dump cows either into the heifer pasture or the one-legged windmill pasture. The heifers in Ferguson are in the one-legged windmill pasture. They're actually later today probably going to get, or tomorrow, they're going to get pushed up into the heifer pasture. It is smaller acreage. The cows have been in there for a while, so it has been grazed. It's not overgrazed or anything like that, but just for grazing purposes and number of cows and stuff. Heifers, because there's fewer of them, are coming back to the heifer pasture. Cows will go to the one-legged windmill pasture after branding, and the cut across is great because it allows me to do that and to dump them where I need to. And then after haying, everybody will go down to the far summer pasture once haying is done and bales are moved home, and that'll be a while still. So just keeping an eye on grass, making sure everybody has enough. It is dry. I went and looked at hay fields last night, and they're short. It's worth cutting. Stuff's not headed out yet, but it is definitely not going to be a great yield. Thankfully, I have a lot left over from last year, so I should be okay. I haven't run the numbers exactly of how many bales I need, but just doing I'm guesstimating at this point until we start cutting and seeing what the yield is. I think we'll have enough. I'll make it be enough. But yeah, we are definitely going to be able to cut, but it is not going to be a huge yield this year. But thankful to have hay, thankful to have leftover hay. It is what it is. Looks like we have a cow in the hayfield, and I'm guessing it's number 66. She has learned how to walk a cattle guard, and this is a pretty common occurrence that she gets pushed out of the hayfield almost every day. You're not supposed to be in there. She probably wants cake and probably thinks I have cake. I do have cake, so let's see if I can help. Oh, Jeff didn't open the gate. We'll see. She's gonna walk the cattle guard right in front of us. Yep, there she goes. So, you know, fences, cattle guards, just suggestions. Oh, no, no, you don't get cake. Not yet, no, no. She wants cake. She found that I have cake. So Jeff's gonna go back and he's gonna try and get everybody moving this direction. I am going to try and lead them. I will lead them. That's how we do this. The cows will aggressively follow for cake, so this should go pretty decently. But we just got to get everybody in the back, and that's what Jeff's working on. And I got to try and keep them kind of out of the cake so that I have some that until, you know, they keep interested in me and the gator until we get, you know, closer to home. And, you know, so that, you know, these like 3 cows that I have don't eat 87 pounds of cake this morning. So I actually just came back kind of more to like the middle of the herd. I've still got these yahoos with me. They are pushing on the gator. There's Bambi. All right, so now I've got almost everybody's attention. Jeff's got 3 that are just a little further back. Got Cracker Jack in the back. Now here comes 86. Do you guys even know where your children are at? Does anybody know where their child is? They need to come with too. We got 1 pair that maybe is going around the oil well. Otherwise, it looks like we're moving in the right direction, mostly, except for those ones. Let's see how many. Yep, going around the oil well. Jeff's behind him. He'll get him turned back. I asked Jeff this morning if he wanted me to do the 4-wheeler, and he said no. He enjoys moving the cows and pushing cows, and so it's like, all right, cool. I will lead. You can push. There's kind of, not that this is like hard or anything, but the trick to leading the cows with the gator. Obviously, we're not doing this on horses. Never have. You know, I don't ride. I can sit on a horse, but like I don't ride well. Bria and Hyro, the 2 horses we have. Bria, you can't ride. Hyro is stubborn and does what he wants. So they're not like beginner-friendly horses, either one of them. So always done it this way, kind of. This is how Gilbert always, like, he didn't have horses, and so I learned how to move cows, you know, on a 4-wheeler and on this with the gator. So the trick to this with the gator is to keep the cows interested, keep in line of sight of like a bulk of the herd. So like up hills, you have to slow down. Can't like lose the herd behind you. So just judging like the terrain and like just keeping pace that's appropriate, letting everybody kind of get, we're way spread out. I'd like to get us a little bit more bunched up. But I have to keep some forward momentum, or these guys lose interest, or once the cake is gone especially, and then they start to go backwards, which is not what we want, of course. So forward, but not too fast. But then if they all start running, go faster. If they slow down, obviously, like just keeping enough of them interested in me that it keeps the herd moving forward with some pressure from the back from Jeff. All right, so I am just pulling up into the cut across. It seems that I don't have as many cows with me as I would prefer right now, and I can't really see Jeff. So what I might do if they doesn't pop up over the hill is I'll dump these guys in the cut across, put some cake down, see if I can get out the gate without a bunch of them following me, and go back if I need to. If he might pop up with everybody here in a second, but they're behind a hill. So that's where you kind of run into issues, is line of sight. I dumped some cake on the ground. If these guys would go eat that, that would be great. I'm gonna go down and help Jeff. Looks like a bunch of them are wanting to get a drink. You guys see Ferg? He's behind Cracker Jack there. Hey Ferguson, did you leave your girls? Where are your girls? I got Cracker Jack now. All right, so we're gonna swing back by the water tank, kind of get everybody moving again, and head the short distance up to the cut across. I just tipped the bed of the gator up a little bit so they can see it. And Cracker Jack is being extremely helpful right now because he's got his nose in that and he's moving, and so everybody should follow since they are herd animals and they like to be together. It is just a beautiful day for moving cows. It's obviously kind of gray out, it's chilly, nice and cool for them, not super hot. It's not even supposed to be super hot today. I think by like Sunday we're back in the 90s, but I posted a short about this and some stuff on Facebook and Instagram in case you missed it. We actually had a frost the night of June 18th, sometime overnight, early morning the 19th. We had a frost. It got down to 31 degrees. So I know most of the country was under like heat warnings and excessive heat, and we were literally freezing. Jeff's all bundled up this morning. It's definitely not super warm. I think we were back up in the 50s this morning when I came out. But the other morning, we had the last couple mornings, we've had like wind chills in the morning, and it was like 34 degrees. And like, yeah, our actual air temp got down to 31. Either late the 18th or early the 19th. I don't know what time actually that happened. But yeah, so that's super fun. Love that. The garden did take some damage. Some of the zucchini and summer squash had some frost damage. Not so much that they won't like come back from it, but like not great. Definitely not great weather for June, and things are slow to grow because it has not been super hot. So but it's going to be back up in the 90s. That's also hard on the plants. It's also kind of hard on the cows, the temperature swings. I am now through the cut across. Hi, 86. She's also super friendly. The cows I caked, they did stay up here, so that's wonderful. And yeah, we're making it through the gate. We're all within line of sight, which is what we need. I got these girls up here just looking. head around the corner to our right here, and we don't have that far until we're in the home pasture. The cows do know the way home. You know, they move through these pastures every single year, and when I first opened up the gate to the cut across, they didn't have any water up here, and so they would go back to the home pasture for water. So this isn't something that's like unusual or anything for them. They're kind of used to the routine, and you know, I like to think they know it's branding time, and so it's time to bring their babies back, and they're going to get ivermectin, and the calves are going to get their vaccinations, their fly tags, bulls are going to get banded. Yeah, it's just, I'm excited for branding. It is that time of the year that we do this, and it's a fun annual tradition, and step one is to bring the cows home. We're coming up on the gate for the home pasture. I've got cows with me. I just got out and opened the tailgate, and I had to fight them all off. But I'm gonna go ahead and dump out the rest of our cake here. We're just dumping them in the home pasture for today. They will come the rest of the way home, probably like tomorrow late afternoon. I don't need them like home in the lot or the like I said earlier, I'm not putting them in the triangle pasture, but they don't need to be in the lot yet. There's not much grass up there, and so they're just gonna hang out in the home pasture. They have reservoirs. We did fill the water tank at home. So, yeah. I see Jeff's closing the gate, so they are in the home pasture. There's a little bit in here, Bambi. Do you want a little bit? Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? You missed out. You were in the back. Oh gosh. Don't stampede me. It was like... I think you got it all. Well, that went very well, and I'm glad to have that done. One more thing done in preparation for branding. So I just need to get a few more things done at home, get the shop cleaned up because we're having guests, and make some food, and we'll have a little branding and a little picnic barbecue situation afterwards. So I'm glad to have this done. We will run back and swing through and just make sure that nobody got left behind, although I don't think that we did lose anybody. So, but I always like to double check and make sure that everybody gets home. So that's everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I so appreciate you being here, and there will be more branding content coming in my next video, and I will, you know, take you guys along for that process. So thank you again. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.